subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
Harlem Renaissance got started because of um, it was like the new Negro movement back then with the Harlem Renaissance. There was a book by I think Alan Locke, and he had a book called The New Negro, and that was like the basically the documented summary of what the Renaissance, the Harlem Renaissance, was about. That's why that on my broadcast early, I talked about how there's this tether woman was up here trying to say that the Harlem Renaissance was started by some damn Caribbeans. I addressed some of that on my broadcast early, and I want to get into that. I want to get deeper into that because there's this thing now where you have these non FBAs who try to tack on. They do what the Puerto Ricans do. They'll find somebody who ate a burrito in 1970 in the Bronx and say he was a pioneer. They do that same shit with Caribbeans now. So there's a nigga who put some jerk sauce on a piece of chicken in 1925. They say he was part of the damn Harlem Renaissance and he was a founder of the Harlem Renaissance. They do that type of shit. And there was this woman on TikTok, and her video went around, and she was like, "Yeah, the Harlem Renaissance, that was Caribbeans who got that started. It was Claude McKay, and he was Jamaican. Claude McKay was a poet, but he came later. I mean, he didn't start no damn Harlem Renaissance. Claude McKay was a bisexual Jamaican dude. That nigga like coochie and bussy and bammy. He like coochie, bussy, and bammy." And yeah, he was a poet. He didn't start nothing. It was Alan Locke and people like that. We started the Harlem Renaissance. That was everything about the Harlem Renaissance. That was a culmination of foundational Black American traditions. Don't let, see, we got to cut the lies off before they even get started with these folks. That was an intellectual, cultural movement by foundational Black Americans. The music, all of that shit was us. The blues, the spiritual music, the jazz, it was all FBAs, man. Because they try to remix lies every other week. They got a new lie. Um, all of the pioneers, the major game changers of the Harlem Renaissance. Langston Hughes, FBA. He's from, I think he was born in Missouri. Zora Neale Hurston, phenomenal sister, born down in Alabama, where my folks are from. Duke Ellington, he was born and raised in D.C. Bessie Smith, Ma Rainey. Come on, man. These are all FBAs. And Harlem itself, that was a foundational Black American community even before the Great Migration. You know, Harlem became an epicenter of Black culture. The person who really made Harlem pop off was Hannah Elias, a foundational Black American woman who was extremely rich, and she started buying all of those apartment buildings out there in Harlem and kicking the white people out. And that's when it became a Black Mecca, early 1900s. So Harlem was already becoming a mecca for blackness, and the whole Renaissance. The Harlem Renaissance was fueled by the foundation of Black American music genres. You dig? Jazz, blues, gospel, all of that stuff was us. You dig? The Cotton Club, the Savoy Ballroom, Apollo Theater. These were places that were popping because of legendary FBA musicians: Duke Ellington, Louis Armstrong, Cab Calloway. Also, the Black Led Press was the main intellectual engine. The Crisis, the Messenger, the Negro World, um, all of these things was popping. You had W.E.B. Du Bois, who was instrumental in it, A. Philip Randolph. Um, but it was the FBA scholars that really controlled the direction of the Harlem Renaissance and the publications about the Harlem Renaissance. And it was funded by foundational Black Americans. All those FBA owned businesses out there. Madam C.J. Walker, she was a thing. She was a mainstay out there. She was a part of that Harlem Renaissance. Our FBA sister, Madam C.J. Walker, man. The Black churches out there, they had the Abyssinian Baptist Church. That was a very influential church out there. That was the political foundation of the Harlem Renaissance. And the Black fraternities and the sororities and the civic organizations, all FBA, man. Yeah. because everything was connected to the Jim Crow that was happening and Reconstruction and the Great Migrations and all of that stuff that was happening coming out of the South and the Langston Hughes, his poetry and Zero Neale Hurston, she was into the hoodoo. She wrote a lot about our hoodoo practices. That's Black Southern culture. That's foundational Black American Southern culture. Yeah. Yeah, the Adam Clayton Powell Sr. and Jr., they were very instrumental in that Harlem Renaissance empowerment. Yeah. So yeah, when people tell this shit, we got to make sure the truth is told. So they don't start crowbarring these random people in there trying to give them more significance than they really had. The Harlem Renaissance was 100% an FBA movement from top to damn bottom. James Perry, what's up, brother?
Every time, man.
How you doing, man? On your
What
mind?
I'm, I'm good. I'm good. I'm living like everyone else is, and we're all trying to, we're trying to live today.
Yes. Now, James,
And
you're the white guy, right?
yes,
Okay.
and I am. The fact of the matter is that I put my life on the line for my country. I really did. There's no doubt about it. You can look in my background. Okay, you can check me.
Okay, let's get
It's all good.
to the point, James. What's on your mind? Come on now, let's get to the point.
Every time that I hear about, and I get it. I totally understand. It's hard when your family isn't it didn't start out to be rich to begin with. And then hell, my own family squandered.
Thank you, James. I'm not trying to hear drawn out mayo babble. Man, I'm giving you an opportunity to get to the point. Every night we get the drunk white man. It's always the drunk white man who calls up. We're going to get the drunk white man, drunk or high, babbling every single night. Listen, dude, I went to Georgetown University. I love black people, dude. Got black friends. I don't like division, dude. My family they stole my pension, dude. I had to start from scratch. I didn't get any privilege. I didn't get no privilege, dude. I'm like a Negro. I gotta get it out of the mud, dude. Okay, all right. I don't know what you're trying to say, man. What are you saying? Freaky Ty, what's up, man?
Hey, how you doing, Flex? You
I'm
hear
good,
me?
man. Yes, I hear you. What's up?
Um, yeah, man. I called in because you hit it right on the nose, man. I was watching. What's that? What's the guy? That's doing the Great Migration. Dr. Henry. What his name is? Henry something.
Henry Louis Gates.
Henry Louis Gates. I was watching that.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think it's like
got
a
that.
four. It's like a 4-part season. I watched
Yeah,
all
oh,
of them.
I
You
might
hit it.
watch that.
You you hit it. You hit it right on the nose when you said that they didn't start the new Negro or something. He piggybacked that off somebody. And when he piggybacked it off somebody, they had did it like 20 years before he done did
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
So you hit it right on the nose,
yeah.
Flex. That's all
Thank
I
you,
wanted
and
to
I'm
say.
glad you reminded me.
Hey man, that show pissed me off, man, because they made it sound like we was immigrants, man.
Right.
It pissed me off. And ain't nobody checked them. Only one, it was like this one black lady and her family. They was all at a table. It was like maybe six of them. And they were saying basically, because basically what he was trying to say, the great migration. And they checked them. They said, wasn't nothing great about it. Our family died because their family was coming up here in one of the states up here. And they was they was working a farm, and the white guys was like, "You owe us a debt before you can leave." And they was like, well, we gonna pack our stuff. We leaving anyway. And they wound up packing their stuff. And two of the white guys came at their house while they was packing their stuff. and started stealing their stuff, taking their stuff, and they got into a fight and a brawl, and the whole family killed two white dudes. And they did escape up here, but then they had a warrant out for the two black men, and the two black men got locked up. And you know how it is. The white people that run the jail let them out, and the mob killed them, burnt them, and set them on fire. Yep. So they was the only family that checked him and said wasn't nothing great about it. I don't know why you saying great. And we wasn't immigrants. It was only one family that checked them. Everybody else just let them roll off the tongue with the great migration and made it sound like we was
Right,
immigrants, man.
right. So I got
So it's
thank you, brother. And I'm gonna watch that because I saw the trailer and I did not like the trailer. They were up here talking about the Great Migration. Yeah, we immigrated from the South to the North. We're no goddamn immigration. We ain't immigrants. They kept trying to compare us to immigrants. That's that Democrat boule shit. That's that Democrat boule shit. That's very, very meticulous what they're doing. It's Skip Gates's boule. So they try to tie our story into everybody else's story and make us comparable. That's where that African American shit came from. It came out of that same type of think tank, making us comparable to immigrants. I'm gonna watch that because I've been wanting to watch that BS to see what they're talking about. But yeah, with the brother who just called, he hit on something very important. And that goes into what we're talking about, Oakland and the Bay. A lot of cats who ended up in the Bay in California were people who killed somebody in the South. That's another thing too. A lot of cats who ended up in California, like LA and the Bay, especially the Bay, these were somebody who had to off some white person down in the South somewhere, so they had to come on out here and kick it. You dig? And like my man Twizzle called up and said his family part of that Seminole thing. That's another thing. When folks had to whoop down on some white supremacists back in the day, they would go up to Oklahoma around the Seminoles. That's what Bass Reeves did. Bass Reeves, who became the very famous lawman, he was in slavery. He beat up his slave owner. He whooped his slave owner's ass and then went to Oklahoma. Why didn't they go get him? You know why? Because an ass whooping would be waiting on them if you try to run up on some Seminoles talking about you're going to take somebody into slavery. You see? That's why nobody went up there to get him. You see? There was some black folks who was with the business. That's in that we're gonna talk about that in the new Hidden Colors movie. We're gonna talk about how black folks, there were some black folks out here who was with the damn shits, man. Like I said, up in Detroit in the 1830s, you had the Blackburn riots, where black folks in Detroit, it was some free black people who got out of slavery and went up to Michigan, and then the police put them in jail and tried to sell them back into slavery. The black folks circled around that jail, broke them out, and then got them up to Canada safely, and then burned the damn jail down, or tried to burn it down. They put the fire out, and then they killed the damn sheriff. Now, all of us weren't sitting around thumbing our damn fingers. Some of us was with the bullshit. You see, that's why we better know history. I don't like to tell this part of history. And like I said, a lot of cats who had whooped somebody's ass in the South, they had to go out to the West Coast. That's why niggas be turning up so hard out there. That's why the Huey P. Newtons and all them guys and the Bobby Seals and these guys was with the business. And even down in LA, they were with the business. That's why the Watch Riot was popping. Niggas was with the business. All right, let me get a couple of more calls in here. Couple of more calls. Y'all raise your hands. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all raise those hands in the building. Let's get C Killer. Let's get the homie C Killer in the building. C Killer in the building.
What's going on,
What's up,
Tariq?
brother? How are you?
I'm all right, brother. I was just saying, you know what? You're exactly right. Because my grandfather on my father's side killed a white lady.
Mm,
Uh,
damn.
like, he cut her head with a machete and fled because she was trying to like do him out of this land down there. Like it was some crazy shit that was going on. But there's countless stories that I heard like that about people. So it's
He was your granddad or what was he?
my great grandfather,
So where did he move to?
South
South.
Central.
Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff. I've been hearing stories like that for years, where somebody's great granddad killed somebody in Mississippi, Alabama, then they end up moving to LA or Oakland somewhere. That was
And One more thing, Tariq, about this whole cultural influence. There's people saying that Haitian food, and I've had Haitian food. I know you've been to Haiti. Um, Haitian food doesn't taste like Louisiana
Not
Creole food at all.
all, at all. It don't at all. I don't know why they keep running with this narrative. I've been to Haiti. It don't taste nothing like it. No disrespect to Haiti. I got respect for the Haitians. It ain't the damn same. I wish they stopped telling that lie. That's this thing where they try to make New Orleans an extension of Haiti. It's not. It's really not. Thank you, brother. Yeah, this thing where they try to make New Orleans the Caribbean. It's the northern part of the Caribbean. It ain't. It is not. That's an extension of foundational Black American culture with their own unique flavor to it. That's FBA culture. The food in New Orleans don't taste nothing like Haitian food. I've been to Haiti, had the food. It is not the same, and they know that. Every time we get something going fly, they try to latch on to it, and then they start talking about Haitians who moved to Louisiana. There was some black Haitians. For the most part, for the most part, it was the white quote unquote Haitians that were moving over to Louisiana. It was the white people, you know. That's who was moving over there. It was the white slave owners. They were fleeing, getting the hell out of there. They were the white people. Because when you start looking at the records and looking at the actual people who were coming over from Haiti, people forget it was a bunch of white people over there. People forget that. It was a bunch of white people over there. Once when the revolution got popping, they got the hell up out of there and they started going to Louisiana. Um, Very few of them might have taken a slave or two with them, but it was white people getting the hell on over there. So a lot of those French names are not black Haitians that you see. These are actually white French people who were leaving Haiti or Saint Domingue. So we got to tell all of it. Let's get Brother Trey Day in the building. Brother Trey, what's up, man?
Yo,
What's up,
yo,
Trey?
yo, what up, man? So the piggyback, what y'all talking about earlier, bro, about the about our people moving from the south. If you look up Smokey Robinson father, he actually said he killed somebody on the DJ Vlad, on DJ Vlad interview. He killed somebody and moved to and moved to Detroit. So that goes to show you that a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, had left. To piggyback what y'all basically were saying, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, yeah. A lot of these places, man, black folks would handle their business and then go to like a free state or somewhere where the federal laws weren't as extensive. So it's real deep shit. It's real deep shit, man. All right, let me get one more. Let's get one more call in here, even though we do have a lot of people in the building. Well, we got a couple. Let's get Nush Hari. Let's get Nush. That's an interesting name. Nush, hop in, Nush Hari. Nush Hari. Unmute your microphone if you can. All right. Nush ain't saying nothing, so we're gonna get Nush up out of here. Let's get Drew. Let's get Drew Bailey in the building. Drew, what's up, Drew? Drew Bailey.
What's up,
Hey,
family?
Drew, how are you? I'm good. What's on your mind?
I'm good. I got a bone to pick with you,
Go ahead.
man. Because back in the days, I grew up with the it's not really a bone to pick. It ain't like you did nothing
Right, right.
bad, right? Let me get it right there. Back in the days, I grew up with the encyclopedia man used to come to the house. We used to have the World Book Encyclopedia and all of that. And we used to have to go to the library and research stuff. And then when the 80s came around, we would get the VHSs of Minister Farrakhan and Bobby Hemming and all. We would watch all of that stuff. And we would have to sit there and watch it and actually do research. But today, with the Google and the Facebook and the damn YouTube, they just hit little 5 minute clips and they don't get just sound bites. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what I like about you, and that's not the bone to pick, that's how you hit them with the hidden colors. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You
Yeah.
didn't stay in one subject so long. You would hit here and you would hit here, and that's where their mindset at now.
Oh yeah.
And I say all that to say, and I say all that to say this: when these people call in and they want to debate and debunk what you say, like the Moors were black and that there's black, the original Native Americans was black people, just tell them Google it.
Yeah.
Just say hit Google image. That's all we got to do from now on. When they say it wasn't no black Moors, just say Google image. You got Google? Go to Google image. The images is there. Hit. You want to see some black Indians? Google images. And I land my plane there,
I mean,
brother. Thank you for letting me on.
yeah, and some people just try to be stubborn just to be stubborn. On my live YouTube show earlier, I was talking about the black skinned natives of Oregon, and you got a picture of like a black Native American who clearly looks like a black kid you see running around here. Look like one of my sons. And there's always going to be one person trying to be a contrarian. They don't look black to me. Well, that's just being disingenuous. That's like people, you see these big ass Olmec statues. Well, there's some Mexicans who can look like that too. No, there's not. Nobody looks like that but black people. Nobody. These are big black ass faces that's undeniably black looking. So you can be a tether and I say so, or try to do I'm white and I say so. So yeah, some people are just going to be contrary no matter how much evidence you can show them. um, Documents from European explorers saying, damn, boy, these niggas look black. Just saying over and over again, especially when these explorers were places on the East Coast going into Central America. They just went on and on about how black the damn people were. Good Lord, he's black as hell. He's black with woolly hair. They look like people over in Ethiopia. They just went on and on and on and on and on about it. Yeah. And then people still want to be in denial. Oh, that don't mean nothing. He might have been lying. Okay, everybody's lying but your ass. All right, got it. All right. So when I don't, when somebody denies something just very obvious and they're arguing in bad faith. When I show you, when you see a picture of something or an artifact and it's clearly looking like a black person, and then no, that they Austronesian. Okay, have a good day, nigga. Have a good damn day. You're not even arguing in bad faith. All right. No, that's an ancient alien. They from another planet. Okay. All right. Now they get into time wasting tethering. All right, let's get El Amexum. Let's get El Amexum in the building. El Amexum. Hop on El Amexum. What's up, brother? How are you?
Pretty good. It was man, that story, it seems like about somebody offing somebody in the South back in like the 1920s or earlier, and then going to the North is regular because my dad was telling me that about his father, um,
Yeah.
that he had to put in some work in North Carolina, and that's how they got to New York and to the East Coast was
Mm,
some shit had propped off down there, and I was like, man, everybody got that story.
right.
And I
We just
was,
don't talk about the thing.
yeah,
It,
I
it's
believe it's true.
it's like a family secret. I've been hearing stories like that for years, man. And it's like a family secret. You're just never supposed to talk about it. But a lot of folks were offing these white supremacists and then moving to Detroit, moving into Oakland, moving to LA. That was a very common thing, bro.
Yeah, it really was. And I wanted to tell you, man, you be catchy for no reason. When my wife or if I'm being mean for no reason, we start singing your the turtle song, uh, Can't Nobody Stand Me. I beat up on my own family. So that be like if she got a little attitude, I'd be like, cool, beat up on your own family. Like the turtle. But anyway, I ain't
uh,
gonna hold you.
my man, thank you so much, brother. Thank
Uh,
you. Let's get okay. I had this one brother. Okay. Hold on, let's get Adib. Hop on up here, Adib. I saw you up here. Adib has on a fez. He got a whole bunch of shit going on. Adib, where you go? Adib disappeared. Adib had on a fez and a thobe. So he was Middle Eastern out. Okay, Adib, where'd you go, brother? Adib, or whatever your name is. You hop back on. Your outfit, boy, you were killing the game in the Middle East, boy. You walk up in the club, you gonna get your 9 wives right there with that outfit. You were keeping it real Middle Eastern pimping. All right, let's get some people in here. This dude had the whole Middle Eastern outfit laid out. He's about to do some um, Medina Mackin. All right. I'm on. He disappeared. He might be logging onto his Finster account. All right. He's gonna do some Mecca Mackin. All right. Let's get one more good call in here. Let's get one more good call. Because I'm not gonna keep y'all all night. Because again, I just flew back in from Alabama today, did my live broadcast on YouTube earlier, and now I'm here with you. So it's been a very busy day. It's been a very busy day. And I got a little gout flare up on my knee from eating all that damn food down south. I was down there gorging myself. I was eating pecan logs, drinking big red soda from Bucky's, eating Green Acres fried chicken wings with all types of sauce and shit on it. I'm down there just acting a goddamn fool with that food, and then got a gout flare up, nigga. Because I'm like, I ain't gonna eat this in a while, so I'm gonna show out. I was down there savoring all that shit. Waffle House, just all of it. I'm savoring it. Cause yeah, our food, it don't hit like it do down there, man, out here. So I'm out there getting it in. I was eating so much shit, it triggered my damn gout. Uh, All right, let me see who we got. All right, let's see. Let's see, Agent Zero. Let's get Agent Zero in the building. Brother Agent Zero. Hop on in, brother. Agent Zero, hop on in. And shout out to everybody in here. We in here deep as we always are. Agent Zero.
What's going on, Tariq? What's up, room? Those stories about black people having to put in work and getting and going up north is true. My dad used to drive truck in the '50s, and he was leaving Texas, going towards New Jersey, and he was in Mississippi, and he seen a black man running out the woods, and a bunch of them folks behind him, right? So he stopped and let the guy in his truck. And when the guy caught his breath, he told him that he had to poke a couple of them up because he was inside. He was trying to go and use the bathroom, when they wouldn't let him go and use the bathroom. And they tried to chase him out and kill him. And he poked a couple of them up. And my dad was going to New Jersey. And he dropped the guy off in Philly and never seen him again. But yeah, that's very, very true. Very, very true.
Man, around what year was this?
This was in 1950 something. Another thing too, they knew who to play with and who not to play with. My dad was 9, his brother was 11. And my dad and my uncle was working in the bowling alley. This is back before they had the machines to set the pins up. Well, they tried to hang my dad and my uncle. These was 9-year-old, 11-year-old kids. Some college students that came in and was bowling. And my uncle was setting up pins, and one of the girls threw the bowling pin ball down there and knocked the pins in his face. And my uncle took a bowling pin and broke her shin bone with it. So they decided, the college kids, when it got a noose made, brought it back, decided he was going to take my dad and his brother outside of the back of the shop, and put them in their cars and go take them to hang them. Well, the people who owned the bowling alley, their son saved him. He was a white kid, and he took him and dropped them off with back at home with my great grandfather. That's where they stayed. This is during the Great Depression around this time. And my dad told me that when they got dropped off, my grandfather found out what happened. He left, and he came back with 40 guns. It was 20 people lived in that house, and my dad was the youngest one there. And he was 9 years old, and everybody in that house had 2 guns. The Klan rode up the street, they realized whose house it was, and they turned back around and went back home. So they knew who to play with and who not to play with. And I land my plane.
My man. Man, fam, we're gonna have to uncover a lot of these stories about our families, man. We know about it in North Carolina. I think it was the Lumbees that went up against the Klan and backed the Klan down. There were some of us who weren't bullshitting with these folks. You understand? Some of these folks, they were running these Klan members up out of there. I done told y'all about what happened up in Cairo, Illinois. They ran all of them, and they ran the white supremacists up out of there in the 1960s. But going back further, early 1900s, there were a lot of situations, a lot of cases where black folks had to put in some work in the South, and then they had to bounce. They knew a lynch mob was coming. They had to get rid of some white supremacists, and they had to go to Detroit. They had to go to the West Coast. It's a lot of stories like that. Everybody wasn't just sitting around getting their ass whooped. Yeah, we got to understand there's a lot of stories like that. Who's this person? AK. Let's get in. AK, what's up, brother? AK Yadav. What's up, AK?
5 degrees. Today's
AK? What is my phone talking about? What's up, AK?
thing.
What's up? How are you, brother?
The first thing, all the members of this space very graciously thankful, and I want to say only that the every person who's joined this space follow my account, and I will be definitely give you follow back.
Man, if you don't get your moist ass out of here, dude, this dude's trying to run some kind of scam. Get your ass out of here. This ain't that kind of page. Like, if we follow him, he'll follow you back. This dude trying to share pictures of his pussy. We ain't doing that over here. We don't do that. We don't do that, sir. Find you somebody else. We don't do that here. Nope. Don't try to get back on here. Get your ass on somewhere. All right, yo. Now it's the Middle Eastern, not the Middle Eastern, but these East Indian dudes call up with that weirdo shit, trying to get people to follow him. Hey, if I let me, I want to show you something. No, I don't want to see nothing. Don't none of us want to see that. We don't want to see nothing that you got going on. All right. I want to show you something. Do you have a Cash App so I can show it to you? No, nigga. No. I don't. We ain't showing you no Cash App, but we don't want to see what you got to show. All right, weirdos. Oh, let me shut this thing down because now it's about to get weird. I ain't trying to deal with that. It's about to get musty. I gotta go put some Febreze on my phone. I gotta spray my phone down. I put a little disinfectant on it now. My phone feels dirty. Listen, man, you go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com, get the book Hidden Heroes from A to Z. Go to microphonecheck.com. That's my latest documentary, Microphone Check, ladies and gentlemen. Go to rootworkstyle.com. That's the best deodorant in the world. Rootwork at rootworkstyle.com. All right, I'm up out of here. Papi Akute, Lolo Vuve to the family. Peace.